Welcome to the Empty Wagon, part 2 fantasy football podcast. We're sitting here acting like we're Cliff Kingsbury, but looking a lot more like Andy Reid or Mike McCarthy talking to this computer.
Hawaiian shirt.
Was that a Hot Shots reference, by the way? The old Charlie Sheen.
Charlie
movie?
Sheen.
Nice.
At his best. In his prime. Tiger blood and all.
He sure was in his prime then.
So in the last one, we talked about wide receivers. We talked about quarterbacks. We talked about all that fun jazz. Now we're getting into what we've all been excited for, right? These running backs this year. The running backs. And I'll tell you what, right now, with these landing spots, it changed a lot of the way I was looking at this. It took dudes that I was thinking about not even really wanting to touch that much to skyrocketing. And I think it's funny because when we did our mock draft, the first running back taken wasn't the first. I don't think it was the first running. Well, it was the first running back taken in that mock draft too, wasn't it? Or he went to the same landing spot.
He went to the same landing spot. He was 30. Yeah, Clyde Edwards-Helaire went to the Chiefs
Kansas
in
City.
that draft. I took him at 6. You guys took. I think you took Taylor, Brad, and you took Swift, Josh.
But what I'm
ahead
getting
of him.
at, in the mock we were using actually
Right.
had him falling to Kansas City.
Right.
So, Josh, go ahead and talk about it. You're one hyping it up. You say he's your 101 in rookie drafts,
Oh,
hands down, not even messing around.
Even in
Not
Superflex?
questioning.
Dude, no. Whoa, no.
All right.
No.
Just checking. Just making sure.
Calm
Where's he
down.
at?
But
Okay, where's he at in Superflex? If he's your 1-1 in non-Superflex.
2.
He's 2. He's before
Wow.
Tua or Herbert.
Yeah, he's 2.
I like Tua in Superflex, but he's a risk. But I like Tua better.
That's the issue. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be a running back 1 this year for sure. In redraft, I mean, the dude is. I understand that his path to playing isn't as clear because Damian Williams is still there, but Damian Williams is going to get banged up. As soon as Clyde Edwards-Helaire learns his offense, the dude had 55 catches last year in college.
It's not just Damian Williams, though. It's Damian Williams. It's Darrell Williams.
DeAndre
It's
Washington.
who they signed in the offseason.
He's going to get cut. This isn't good.
It's a lot. And a lot of people are saying it's like Kareem Hunt. But remember, Spencer Ware tore his ACL, and that's what made Kareem Hunt the belle of the ball.
Are you willing to bet your hair
I already did, dude.
on him being a running back 1 this year?
No, I don't want to do my hair again.
Okay, so you want to put
As soon as coronavirus is over, I'm done shaving my head.
Okay, I understand the wanting to put him 1-1 in non-superflex rookie.
Yeah.
Where are you taking him in a redraft or startup league? Where's he going there? He's not going above your big 3, right? Not above your Zeke, your Christian McCaffrey, your Saquon Barkley.
No.
No.
I wouldn't even probably put him ahead of like Dalvin Cook.
Nope, not above Dalvin Cook.
He's a second round guy, but in the second round,
You would take him in the second.
Absolutely.
You would take him before the wide receivers that are going in the second. I'd have to pull up all ADP, but top of my head, I'm trying to think here. Would you take him before Julio Jones?
No.
Would you take him before the big tight ends like Travis Kelce?
Yes.
Or,
Yeah. Easy.
Okay.
Easy. Not even a question.
Yeah. But we all don't really believe in taking a tight end super early anyway. So
No, we don't. But I'm just saying, like, this is like if you're in a redraft.
He's gonna be a round 2 guy, and I think he's gonna warrant that. I really believe in it. You're gonna have
You
to.
taking him before Alvin Kamara?
No. You got to be patient. You're gonna have to be patient with him for the first couple of weeks, but that talent's gonna shine through, and he's gonna start. And
Nick Chubb.
He's right there with Chubb.
I wouldn't take him before Chubb, just because Chubb has the body of work already.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I'm taking him before Henry for sure.
Yeah, I worry about Henry's workload last year, and especially in PPR. Henry doesn't catch the ball, nor does he get the opportunities in that offense. He will in the Chiefs' offense probably.
It's just like that.
So you guys saw in our Dynasty League, I got rid of the 1-1. And the reason I got rid of the 1-1 is because I didn't really want to take Clyde Edwards-Helaire with my first pick. And that's another reason why I traded it. I was actually leaning to one of these second-round running backs. We had DeAndre Swift goes to Detroit. I wish I could play the music right now for Kerryon Johnson. But, Detroit took another running back as well, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I think he is – Kerryon's injuries have caught up to him. Matt Patricia just doesn't like him being hurt. I think it's the Bill Belichick motto.
I hate Matt Patricia.
I know.
Yeah, and we talked about it on the show, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, guys. We thought you should move on from, carry on. Marlon Mack, guys like that.
Marlon Mack, Jonathan Taylor goes to Indy. So the problem with Jonathan Taylor here is that Nyheim Hines is still going to be taking a lot of work because Phillip Rivers likes those pass catching running backs, and you know what Jonathan Taylor was not in a lot of passing situations. I think he only played 5% of the passing situations for Wisconsin last year.
He had some fumble issues there at Wisconsin as well.
And he does. Like, do you guys see what I sent you the message of? He reminds me of Tiki Barber holding that ball when he's running.
That's what he.
It is just floating. He's like running down the middle, and it's floating out there. And I'm like,
like a loaf of bread.
He's a great pure running back.
yes.
But like you guys said, the pass catching isn't quite there yet, and Phillip Rivers has to throw those dump off passes. So
He
Jonathan
reminds
Taylor,
me
not there
a
yet.
lot of a guy that came from the last guy that came from Wisconsin, Melvin Gordon. I think they're going to have similar rookie. I don't think he'll be 0 touchdowns his rookie year, but since he's not using the passing game that much, his pass protection is getting worked on. Melvin Gordon had the same problems his rookie year. Remember, he wasn't on the field a lot because Danny Woodhead was, taking more of the work from him.
Yeah, his own mama would wear his jersey. I remember.
I think given
I don't think
the
it might not be
situation,
that bad, but
yeah, I think given the situation in Indy, they have a bunch of road graders for offensive linemen. I really love the fit for him. I think he's going to come in day one, and he may not be a 3-down back, but if he's getting 5 yards a pop on down 1 and down 2 and goal line opportunities, I think he has a chance to be special on that team. I really do. And he'll develop the pass catching and stuff like that.
He's going to be really good in standard.
Yeah, he'll be a monster in standard probably.
And then number 52 was Cam Akers goes to the Rams.
He has the clearest path to starting out of all the guys we talked about so far.
I love that pick. I love that fit. I think I was talking, Josh, we were texting during the draft. I had hoped that he would go to Baltimore just because of his hard-nosed running style, but I think he's a great fit there too in LA. He's going to be great.
He does all the things that you want him to do.
He does.
In the Rams. He's not the Todd. So I don't go out there and think, oh, he's going to be Todd Gurley. He's not the same talent level that Todd Gurley was when he was running crazy in that Rams offense.
He's not the receiver that Todd Gurley is either. So
Todd Gurley was a generational talent with knees that just couldn't hold up.
Yeah, that's
how good he was.
You got to remember, Cam Akers had 1,000-yard rushing behind a line that the line was so bad. The quarterback, who was a highly touted recruit, Francois, decided to leave the team, not because he wasn't getting playing time. He was getting killed. And he said, if you guys aren't going to recruit better offensive linemen, I'm getting out. This guy still had 1,000 yards behind that same line. Now, this past year wasn't as good, but
the line was worse.
The line was worse, and he still got close. What did he have, 970-something yards rushing?
He had 1,000. He had over 1,000 all-purpose. He had like 1,200 all-purpose yards.
With a miserable line.
Yeah, the only thing to worry about with Cam Akers is that he took a lot of punishment in college, and he carried the ball a lot in college. So that is something to worry about.
But those Florida State guys do that. Dalvin Cook did that too.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
I'm not saying he's Dalvin
Cam
Cook.
Akers held up a lot better than Dalvin Cook. So I think he's going to be great for years to come. I think he's a good guy to stash in the first round of your dynasty draft this year.
Okay, and then 55, J.K. Dobbins goes to Baltimore.
Love it.
Mark Ingram's on the last. Poor Mark Ingram getting another rookie to come in. It's going to take his job away from him.
It's
like
fine.
Alvin Kamara. I actually like this landing spot a lot. I still like J.K. Dobbins. If he's falling in drafts, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll take him.
please.
Not this year.
Well, if in Dynasty, in redraft, he's gonna be like Miles Sanders. This is what he's gonna remind me of. Him and I think DeAndre Swift, probably even Hilaire. They're gonna be a lot like Miles Sanders, where you're gonna draft them, and then they're gonna disappoint you so much in the first half of the season that you might drop them, and then they will come along strong in the second half, but you've already let them go because of bye weeks or whatever, and you're just like, I'm done.
Poor DeAndre Swift.
You drafted Miles Sanders last year, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? I thought you did.
Oh, you're talking about redraft? Yeah, I didn't redraft.
Yes, you did. And then you dropped him, right? And then he came on and somebody else.
No, I didn't drop him. He came on, but my team was so far gone at that point. It didn't matter.
Yeah. But I mean, just like that's just what happens. Is these guys they hurt you so bad, and you're like, I gotta get done. I gotta get over this.
The next guy is really not going to help things.
A.J. Dillon, here's what he does. He just screws up everything. Because we were already expecting A.J. Dillon, I might as well say, he goes to the Packers.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I don't like A.J. Dillon that much. His tape wasn't that great. I don't think there's guys that out of the second round, he's the lowest one, and he went last, which is fine. But A.J. Dillon, all he's going to do is just hurt Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones wasn't going to get the touchdowns he got last year, and he's definitely not going to get them now with a big, bruising running back. A.J. Dillon weighs the same as Derrick Henry. He runs very similar. He's 2 inches shorter than Derrick Henry. Do you know who Derrick Henry's offensive coordinator was when he got drafted? Matt LaFleur. Weird coincidence? I think not. He's trying to make Tennessee 2.0.
Oh.
He's got his athletic young quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. He's got also known as J-Lo, Ryan Tannehill, Jordan Love.
Oh, okay.
No, you're talking
Similarities?
That's
about
the comp. All right.
Yes. A.J. Dillon, Derrick Henry-ish.
Yeah.
He's bringing his guys in there. He's bringing his guys.
Like
Yeah,
we
he
talked
is.
about on the last show, like what are they doing other than possibly preparing to move on from Rodgers and Jones, which it looks like they're going to do. Because they are paying
They did-
Rodgers a boatload of money.
And
So,
Green Bay did not draft a wide receiver. 54
They did not.
of the wide receiver routes last year were ran by undrafted people for the Packers. 54% of the wide receiver routes. Like we keep saying Philadelphia has a wide receiver problem. Green Bay has a wide receiver problem.
they've had
Well,
one
we
for
talked about-
years, though.
we talk about the old tank for Tua. How about lose for LaFleur? Maybe let's do that.
Ooh.
Lose for LaFleur.
What are we going to say for
Is
Gase?
he going to tank for Trevor?
No, he already got his boy. He got Love.
He's got
What do you
Love. I think he likes Love. And I actually think Love could be a good quarterback. But
He could be. He's got work to do, but
this A.J. Dillon, A.J. Dillon's, he's not going to I would not touch him in redraft. In Dynasty, you can go put him out there, but don't expect him to play this year. Or don't expect to start him, I should say. And all it does is Aaron Jones owners. It just all that hype that you had after last year, which was a lot of touchdown base and was a lot of Jamal Williams getting hurt. Is it Jamal?
Yeah, Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams being hurt. He got most of his work in the 4 games that Jamal Williams either left early or didn't play.
Yep.
yeah.
I think this just hurts his touchdowns a lot. I mean, you got this bigger guy now who's going to come and be the short yardage back. He was already going to regress touchdown wise anyway. Aaron Jones was, and now you're seeing that number maybe cut in half. I mean, I'm not even kidding.
You
So
really
we'll
think he'll
finish
get that many opportunities?
I think he'll get the goal line work absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he'll steal all the goal line work, but I think he'll get some.
Vulture.
Depending on how his ability to, one, he's still got to pass protect because Aaron Rodgers still could just pull the ball out of the gut, and he's still got to hold on to the ball and not fumble.
Now, do you think Rodgers called him right away and he said, "Cram it in your cram hole, LaFleur"?
I would love to know what the conversations are like between him and Matt LaFleur right now.
They're-
Because I
they're
bet
not
they are
good.
not nice.
Are they better than the Mike McCarthy ones that he had publicly on the press conferences?
I don't know. What do you think about your new head coach, Eric?
My new head coach? I
Mike
told you guys what I
McCarthy.
thought. He's probably going to be boring just like he was in Green Bay and just like the Clapper was.
Is
So-
he okay? So I mean that's what Dallas does. Bill Parcells was the last like big guy that came out and talked out. Other than that, it's been Wade Phillips and
Yeah, they were all
Jason
yes men.
Garrett.
They were all yes, Jerry, whatever you like. Yes, Jerry, we'll do that.
let's talk about the third round, and then we'll kind of re-rank our running backs.
Okay.
Because Josh really likes this next guy coming up, and I think it'd be wrong to not. Keyshawn Vaughn goes to Tampa Bay. He is a pass-catching back. Weird that they went out and got Tom Brady, a pass-catching running back.
His James White 2.0.
The important thing is that he was one of the best pass blockers in all of college football last year.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
We like
That's
that.
the reason they drafted Keyshawn Vaughn. I personally don't like it as much because I think now it's going to be a split between him and Rojo, and then they're still going to involve Dario Gumbawale. I wish they had gotten one of these blue blood guys, one of those big 5 that we were talking about earlier, instead of Keyshawn Vaughn. But I mean, I think it's a pretty decent spot for him. He's got upside. He's got some work to do, but he's definitely got some upside. And he's going to see the field this year, especially on passing downs.
Okay, then Zach Moss goes to Buffalo. He's very similar size to Singletary. I think we got a straight running back by committee here with Zach Moss. and Devin Singletary. So if you were a Devin Singletary truther and you wanted Devin Singletary to blow up this year and take the work over because Frank Gore finally left, it's not happening. It's going to be probably a 60-40, 50-50 split right there.
Yep.
Zach Moss he played at Utah, and he had some really good games in Utah. But there's a reason he went in the third round.
Bingo.
And then Tennessee, they got Derrick Henry. They went and got Darrington Evans. And you know what this dude is? This dude is fast. Like, fast. Like
Thunder and lightning. Jack Johnson, Tom O'Leary.
Like, sprinting 100 meters, fast.
Yeah.
He is
Fast.
quicker than a hiccup.
Thicker than a snicker and
Quicker than a hiccup. I like that.
Yeah. So he is a quick dude. Tennessee, all he is a change of pace guy for Derrick Henry. I don't see much work there. But maybe Derrick Henry gets banged up a little bit, starts getting the miles on him. This dude come in there.
And he's from the same area that our good friend Joe Young is from.
Yep, 5 miles away.
State. Yep. So
There you go. App State. All right, so re-rank your running backs right now. Josh, we'll go with you because we already know who your number 1 is. Rank these 9 guys.
Well, it's Edwards-Helaire, obviously.
1. Who's 2, though?
Cam Akers, who's 2 for me.
Okay.
Then I like Taylor, then Swift, then Dobbins, and Keyshawn Vaughn will be 6.
So when you're doing these rankings, are you doing them based off of just next year alone or dynasty value going forward?
This is next year alone. This isn't
Okay.
Dynasty values are completely different.
How would you do it dynasty values? What would change here?
For me, Edwards-Helaire is definitely a clear-cut number 1.
Okay.
And then I like J.K. Dobbins at 2.
Over Akers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't think that Akers is going to have this, like Eric alluded to, I don't know if he's going to have the same durability that I think that Dobbins will. I think Dobbins is going to be a good guy in an explosive offense for a long time. Then Akers, then Taylor. Swift will still be above Vaughn. Vaughn's going to be like one of these project guys, man. I'm not excited. If I'm sitting there in a rookie draft and let's say I got him up or I still got one of those big 3 wide receivers, I'm going to probably take one of those wide receivers.
Over Swift. Is this because of Matt Patricia? Be honest. Like, is it like when a player goes to the Jets and we're like, ooh.
Well, you got to remember that Carry-On was drafted in the second round. DeAndre Swift was drafted in the second round. Matt Patricia's just trying to do whatever he can to save his job right now. So the better player is going to play. He has no allegiance to anyone. So for me, it doesn't matter. I think him and Carry-On are going to split carries, and then the better man will win. But as long as Patricia's in town, neither one of these guys him or Carry-On are going to have incredible value.
Yeah, in terms of overall fantasy value and landing spots, I agree with Josh mostly. I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the clear-cut favorite. I wanted him in our rookie mock. Then Dobbins. I like Dobbins better in Baltimore. They run the ball more than anybody else in the league. Mm-hmm. They're going to continue to do that, and he is built to do that. So I think he's the perfect guy to pair with Lamar Jackson. I actually like Jonathan Taylor better than Akers.
Okay.
Just because of the landing spot. Indy's
he's fast.
They're road graders, man. They're going to make big old holes for him. Quentin Nelson, he's just itching to make holes for that guy. He's just going to destroy people.
He's going to Moses it like the Red Sea.
Exactly. And he doesn't get to top speed super fast, but they'll give him enough space to do so. And once he does that, he's 225 pounds. He's going to run over any defensive back that gets in his way. So I like that. Then Akers, again, he's a beast of a runner. I worry Darrell Henderson and Malcolm Brown kind of cut into his workload a little bit. And then Swift. God, I hate that landing spot for Swift. That sucks. They haven't had – when was the last time they had a 100-yard rusher?
Carry-On did it.
Okay, when's the last time they had a 1,000-yard rusher?
That
I can't remember. Barry Sanders. Maybe. Definitely Barry Sanders, but I don't remember after that who rushed for 1,000 yards for them. So I don't think if you can't get Edwards-Helaire, Dobbins, Akers, or Taylor, I think you need to look wide receiver. You need to be looking at CeeDee Lamb. You need to be looking at Ruggs. You need to be looking at Jerry
Keyshawn
Jeudy.
Vaughn, no Zach Moss.
I think.
I mean, not over the big wide receivers. Not over the big wide receivers. I got that.
No.
But
I think
What about the
Keyshawn
third round
Vaughn.
guys?
I think Tampa should have took. They had an opportunity to get Akers or Dobbins, and they screwed up and didn't. That's my opinion on that.
no, and nobody likes. Do you like the third round guys better than AJ Dillon, Zach Moss, and Keyshawn Vaughn?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why. Green Bay, none of their like those first 2 picks makes absolutely no sense to me. So
I'd probably take Anthony McFarland before I would take him, dude.
Ooh, we're getting that.
he's trying to segue.
Okay, so I got to do mine.
Go.
And my dynasty ones are way. So I don't like Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He has barely carried the ball his whole career, and he was on the best offense.
That is the big knock. He has not gotten
He
a lot
had-
of work.
He had 15 catches the year prior to last year, and then he had 40. Oh my God, he's so amazing now. That running back's going to be full running back by committee like it was when everybody was there, and they're just going to put the fresh legs in there. I don't think he's going to take over that job.
Andy Reid said he was better than Brian Westbrook. Andy Reid said that.
Okay. You think? All right, you're going to say the same
Remember
thing
who,
that I
do
heard?
you remember who Brian Westbrook was? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I do. I remember who Brian Westbrook
Pretty good
was.
player.
He's the dude who screwed over a lot of betting because he slid down to run the clock out.
He did the
instead of
right
running in for
thing.
touch-
He did the
I
right
know.
thing.
That was called sportsmanship, Brad.
No, but no, it was to run the clock out.
It was to
He
win the
scored a touchdown
game.
on other team.
Yeah, to secure the win. That was smart.
Because
He
if
was
he
a
got the
cerebral
touchdown,
football
there was
player.
a chance they could come back and win. Yeah.
I hated
All right,
playing
so my
against him,
first-
watching him every year. But
My first is Cam Akers in the Rams because I still believe in Sean McVay's offense. I still believe
right.
they're going to use the running back, dump off passes, all that. He won't be Todd Gurley, but he'll be right underneath there, right? Todd Gurley's those crazy scores he was putting up.
Okay.
Then I like J.K. Dobbins in Baltimore just because it might not be this year, but if I'm looking towards the future, like he could take over that job mid-year, like how Alvin Kamara did.
he could.
Yeah.
If anything happens to Mark Ingram, if he gets banged up, and let's be honest, the dude's been banged up a lot. He's getting up there in mileage.
They could move him for a draft pick.
Yeah. No, I don't know what they might keep him just, because they want all those running backs.
Maybe.
The Gus Edwards. They still have Gus Edwards there.
Gus
They
Bus.
still have
Gus
Justice
Bus.
Hill.
Yeah.
But J.K. Dobbins, talent-wise, is above all them.
Oh yeah.
Then it's Hilaire just because it's Kansas City, right? And he's fast. It's Kansas City. And he's not even that fast, really. His 40 time was actually slower. But,
His
I mean,
10-yard
don't think-
split's really good though.
yeah, his
Game
40 time wasn't
speed,
great.
man. He played
Exactly.
faster than he looks.
Then Jonathan Taylor in the Colts. I worry because I think he's going to get usurped by a lot of role with Naheem Hines. Naheem Hines is going to take a lot of that work away from
He'll
him.
probably get
in the
those third
passing and
down.
PPR.
Sure.
A lot of third down work. A lot of they're trailing because maybe they gave up some stuff. He's not on the field anymore. If they play from behind because Phillip Rivers threw 3 picks. I'm just saying, this is Phillip Rivers.
Mhm.
Then I like Zach Moss, Keyshawn Vaughn, and A.J. Dillon. And Darrington Evans, whatever.
Okay. I don't think
Um,
you can go wrong with any of those 4. I don't think you can go wrong with Edwards-Helaire,
Oh, did I not say
Jonathan
Swift?
Taylor, Akers, and
Swift
Dobbins.
is right there with Jonathan Taylor. Him and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Sorry, they're like 4 or 5.
I hate that.
Because I still like Swift's talent, and I don't think that Matt Patricia is going to be there long.
He
So
probably
if
won't.
They get another coach in there who's like, hey, I got this really talented running back. Maybe if Matt Stafford goes deep, this guy goes short. I don't know. All
Maybe.
right, 4th round guys. Joshua Kelly goes to the Chargers. It's not looking good for good old
Austin
Jackson
Eckler?
there. No, Austin Eckler's fine. Justin Jackson.
Oh.
That's what I think this hurts. I think Austin Eckler still has his role in this team.
Yeah. He just got paid.
He did get
But-
paid. That's true.
Joshua Kelly is going to take away from Justin Jackson, who was banged up last year.
Where did Joshua Kelly play for those of us at home that don't know?
UCLA, bud.
Yeah, it is.
Easy.
Yep.
Next
I don't
question.
watch college ball, man. I'm starting all my homework right now.
No, he played at UCLA. So he played right there, He might have been one of the 6 people that went to the Chargers games. Heyo.
Sad.
Then Michael P. Ryan. That name should sound familiar.
Samaje P. Ryan's cousin, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
There ain't that many P. Ryans. Goes to the Jets, though. It is what it is.
Well, as
And
soon
it-
as they ship Le'Veon out, they got
And
P-Ryan,
honestly, I
right
think this is a guy that Adam Gates got because I like the way he runs. He doesn't dance around the back. He just hits the hole.
Don't forget, folks. Adam Gase is a moron.
He doesn't like using the talented players, which means you got to go for the untalented players, the less talented players on the team.
It's not to say that he's untalented, but
No, it's just less talented than Le'Veon
yes,
Bell.
he
That's what I mean.
definitely
I
less
didn't say he's
talented than Le'Veon
untalented. He's
Bell.
less talented.
yeah, let's
Then-
not play to Le'Veon's strengths.
Then Anthony McFarland
Your boy.
goes to Pittsburgh. Second year in a row, they took a running back in the 4th round. Last year, they took Benny Snell in the 4th round. Josh, anything with Anthony McFarland here?
Depth play. They're banking on James Conner getting banged up, and they want to have options.
Is he better than Jalen Samuels, the Wildcat running back they had back there? Yes.
Yes, of course.
And as much as I like BJ Snell or Benny Snell, better than him. And the other dude who we can't remember, but he played like one game there.
Yeah, no one cares.
And then DJ Dallas from the U, baby. You know, a U player didn't get drafted till the 4th round. And this is the latest that a Miami player hadn't got drafted since 2013.
That's very surprising.
I know, right? But
Yeah.
DJ Dallas goes
They're
to
not
Seattle.
what they were
The
in
reason
the-
I bring this up, he's going to Seattle. Chris Carson coming off the hip injury. Rashad Penny coming off an ACL. He ain't going to be back this year. DJ Dallas. Do we think anything could happen here?
Unfortunately, yes, because it's Seattle and they'll play whoever. Even though I
It's
love Chris
whoever-
Carson,
yes.
anything can happen. Anything can happen with them. They'll play whoever has got the hot hand. That's what's
If
gonna
you're a
happen.
Chris Carson owner, I think you need to go out there and get DJ Dallas. If you're in a dynasty or even in redraft, you need to handcuff him up because we don't know what's going on with his hip. I don't know how his rehab's going right now because that might not be essential personnel for rehab. Let's be honest. He had hip surgery.
If doctors are going to evaluate Tua when they're not supposed to be, I'm pretty sure Chris Carson's getting his rehab.
I mean,
Don't
you
worry.
can get it paid. I mean, who owns? It's Steve Ballmer owns.
He owns
Is he
the
on
Yes.
the? Is he on the Seahawks too?
No, that was
No,
another. That was the other Microsoft guy who passed away.
It's the other. Yeah. It's the Apple dude, right? That owned it. Steve Jobs.
No,
Not Steve Jobs.
Steve
No,
Jobs didn't
what?
own a team.
no.
It's one of those Silicon Valley dudes that owned him.
Yeah. Well, there's only
got
so
the
many
money.
franchises, and if you can say you own one,
But actually, DJ Dallas is a dude that maybe late, throw him on the bench, dynasty, even maybe in redraft, put him on there, maybe pick him up.
yeah. I'm kind of surprised they spent more capital on a running back. I mean, I understand why, but just go sign somebody or get carry on for nothing.
They might. Who knows? They are one of the run heaviest teams in the league. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they do love to run the ball. I think they could have done better there than waste a 3rd-round pick. Not waste, but use a 3rd-round pick. 4th-round pick.
Is there
sorry.
anybody else? Because after the 5th round, there was one guy taken. Detroit took Jason Huntley. And then the 7th round, Ito Benjamin went to Arizona and Raymond Calls went to Tampa Bay. Don't really care. There are going to be some, special teams players.
I don't
But
care.
we'll see what happens with that.
No idea. Are any of these running backs like good returners, punt returners, kick returners? Somebody that can make an impact on Special
No,
teams?
some of these wide receivers were Kuiper was talking about, but nobody cares about special teams anymore because everything's a touchback.
Yeah, that is true.
You know,
So we'll get into tight ends then?
we'll get into a little bit of tight ends. 2nd round, Cole Kmet goes to the Bears. Do we care?
Absolutely not.
I don't even
You
know
know-
who he is.
Do you know Mitchell Trubisky averaged 6.7 yards a pass attempt last year? The lowest in the NFL.
Yep.
That's surprising because Derek Carr was the lowest, I think, the year prior to that and the year prior to that. But
Well, Mitchell Trubisky said, "Hold my beer."
yeah,
He's pretty. So Cole Kmet is a pretty good guy, a pretty good tight end. He's 6'6". He's 260 pounds. He's a big guy. He's got pretty good ball skills. You know, he's
But rookie tight ends, man. You
yeah.
just
He's
can't-
not going to be worth anything. There's actually a guy that Seattle drafted. That's the one guy to me that I think if you were going to go after rookie tight end, that would be the only one I'd be interested in.
You don't want the 2 New England guys they took in the 3rd round.
No.
Or-
No.
New England took 2 tight ends in the 3rd round. I think just to Tampa, we don't want OJ Howard. We took 2 in the 3rd round.
What's up?
well,
Bill Belichick's dog over there just typing on the
I
keyboard.
mean, if he finds another semi kind of Gronk and Aaron Hernandez situation, I mean, for all their failings, they were good on the field together. for the few
Yes.
years they were
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
They were great. So if he wants to go back to 2 tight ends for Stidham, do it, Bill. I still think he's going
Okay.
to win more games than Brady. So
Stidham
I don't really
is,
want-
is the winner.
I don't really want to talk about these tight ends that much because
No,
whatever.
we don't
Yeah,
need to.
Stidham, they didn't take a quarterback, but Jameis, Cam, still floating around out there. I'm just saying they're still floating around out there.
I
You say
think
they don't
you'll
have the
see
money,
one of
but
them be a
eventually,
Patriot pretty soon.
you might see a cheap 1-year deal that one of these dudes go on just to stay in the league.
Maybe.
Because once you're out of the league, you're out of the league, and it's hard to get back in.
Let's get to
All
what
right, so
you
I do-
really want to talk about.
Yes, what I really want to talk about. The reason I brought New England up to begin with. In the 5th round, they took Justin Rosso. Yep, can't say the last name because that's what they do with their kickers. They go out and get a kicker. The reason New England took a kicker in the 5th round out of a small school, grew up in Rhode Island. Bill Belichick does this. He wants a kicker that he knows can make kicks. He cut like 3 kickers last year after Gostkowski got hurt. Their kickers are usually scoring a lot of points. If you're playing in leagues with kicker,
Rohrwasser.
doesn't matter how you say the name, he's going to score you points. Are you guys taking this as one of your – in the last round, we're drafting kickers.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Tucker's going to be gone. Greg Zuerlein or whichever one the Dallas Cowboys don't cut, they're probably going to
Yeah.
be gone off name value alone.
This is my guy, Justin Rohrwasser.
He's
Yep,
your guy,
I might take him in the 9th round.
The 9th. No, you got to get your guy.
Gostkowski's unemployed, bro.
He's
He
unemployed,
won't,
dude.
he won't be unemployed for long.
The Patriots cut him, and if he ain't on the Patriots, that's the only reason I got him because he was on the Patriots. It's the
Well,
Patriots kicker.
Patriot way.
Because Bill Belichick gets down there, he's like, all right. kick
Will
the ball.
Lutz? You'd be fine with Will Lutz, right?
Drive me nuts.
Will Lutz from up under.
I got Young Way. I got the Young Way, baby.
Yep. So on the last show, I don't think we ranked our wide receivers. Do we want to
Okay.
talk about that briefly?
Yeah, so we'll kind of go back into that. We have a little bit of time here. We ran long talking about all the wide receivers.
We did.
So now after we kind of talked about all the wide receivers, please go back and listen to it, and you can hear us break down the wide receivers. How do you guys want to go about ranking these wide receivers? Do you want to go first, Eric? We kind of ranked the first round, but does anybody in the second round jump up there? So you have just remind everybody who you had at number 1.
I like Judy at number 1, going to Denver. I like CeeDee
And number
Lamb
2?
after that. Then Ruggs. And then probably Higgins to Cincinnati after that.
Okay.
Okay.
Then Jefferson and Ayuk, I guess. Those two guys seem kind of interchangeable given how much their teams run and how little they throw the ball. I don't know enough about Pittman to say one thing or the other, so. But that's what I like. Judy's the most polished guy in this draft, and I think he's going to make the most impact early. So,
Big Booty Judy.
yeah.
My man.
Okay.
My guy.
Josh, how do you got CD number 1? I know that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's never going to change.
Oh, I forgot Rager. I'm sorry. I put Rager 4.
Okay.
Then Higgins. Sorry.
Yeah, it's for fantasy value this year. I like CD still. Ruggs would probably be second. Then I'm going to go with Judy. I think I like Jefferson more than I like Rager, but it's going to be Jefferson then Rager. And then for my
Justin
second,
Jefferson, not Van Jefferson, correct?
yes, correct.
Okay.
Not Van
Just wanna make sure.
Jefferson.
He did go in the second round, so that's fair.
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you for clarifying that. And then as far as my day 2 guys, I'm going with Pittman first. I like Pittman
Yep.
the most. I like him over T. Higgins, but T. Higgins is right there with him. Then after that, it's a crapshoot of guys who might have an opportunity, might not. I mean, Denzel
Lim
Mims.
Bowden. I know Lim Bowden, the man.
I feel bad for Mims. He's just so. Ugh.
Gandy Golden.
Yeah, Denzel Mims. So his spot, man, if he had went to anywhere but,
If you'd have went to the Rams, woo, baby.
unfortunately, he didn't. So
It's sad.
All right. I like Ruggs number 1 because he's the truest wide receiver here because he's got all the swag of a true number 1 wide receiver.
Diva.
Okay.
Yes.
So you take the diva wide receiver number 1. That's why I like Odell. That's why I like number 1.
You do love your
Sweet.
divas.
Right. And then CD number 2, Judy 3. After that, it gets a little harder because I kind of want to take Pittman 4, but I know this Philadelphia situation is a nightmare, and I don't think they did enough to fix their defense, and their defense was pretty bad, and they gave up some points, so they're going to have to throw the ball. So that's why I like Rager here, because like I said, he's better than what they got. He's better than Arcega-Whiteside. Nelson Aguilar. No, it's Arcega. You got to say it like Mike Tyson would say. And then it is, Nelson Aguilar might be back. Deshaun Jackson might be back, but if they are,
Aguilar's in Vegas now.
not Nelson Aguilar, sorry, Deshaun Jackson or Alshon Jeffrey.
Don't pull Stephen A. Smith. Don't pull Stephen A. Smith talking about Terrence Williams still plays for the Cowboys. Don't do
That's
that.
true. That's true.
Yeah, Jalen Reagor could see a ton of volume.
But then I like Michael Pittman. I like T. Higgins. I like Chenault. I like all those dudes over Justin Jefferson and Ayuk just because of the simple fact that I don't think they're going to get the workload this first year.
Okay.
They might be good down the road. Justin Jefferson 2 years from now when they've moved on from Adam Thielen. And as fast as KJ Hamler is, and I want to love him, I can't.
I agree.
Can't like him. Denzel Mims, maybe when Adam Gase gets kicked to the curb, maybe I'll go out and snatch him up and trade for him.
The Chase Claypool is a guy I wouldn't mind having some future shares of. So
Pittsburgh does find guys in the draft, man, for receivers.
Lynn Bowden's the one I want.
Well, it's because he played at Kentucky. So
and knock on wood if you're with me.
Okay, all right.
I would, but my dog would bark, and he's laying right next to me, so that's not gonna happen.
All right, boys.
Anything
Nobody
else
wants
we
any
want?
Quentin Cephesus?
Huh? So what now?
Detroit's.
Festus? Festus?
No.
They should have took some linemen to keep Stafford upright. But anything else we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about our team's personal feelings on our team's drafts?
Just go for it. Let's talk about your personal feelings for your team's draft. I haven't had time to really break down my team's draft that much. They took a lot of safety help, cornerback help, defensive help, which is what they needed, some offensive line help.
Yeah. I mean,
we didn't actually have that many picks.
I'm happy we kept CeeDee Lamb from Philly because all reports were like he was the guy they coveted, and this is how it always goes because like Dallas and Philly always pick right next to each other, and it was like, oh, he's still there. We'll take him off your hands. Don't worry. So I like that. I haven't really, like you said, Brad. I haven't really analyzed it too much yet, but I did like that pick. So.
And Josh hates the Broncos draft.
Hated it.
You really hate? I think Judy's going to be great there.
Luckily, the Packers made me feel better. So
they made everybody feel better. And because Bill O'Brien doesn't have any picks. So,
did you see Bill O'Brien? They showed his video. He flipped out because I think the Bengals snaked a pick from him that he was going to grab.
Oh, really? No, I didn't see that.
People are assuming that because by the timing of it, that's when the Bengals pick came out. So maybe it was a Bengals guy that took it, but he's flipped out on it.
What pick was that?
I don't remember. It's out there. Just Bill O'Brien flips out.
That's too bad. I'll have to watch that. That's great.
Yeah.
Good. Screw you, Bill O'Brien. Whatever.
All right. And then everybody, it'll be Sunday. Check out Last Dance in case you forgot how good.
Oh, it's so good.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. For you, LeBron and Kobe, don't get me wrong. Kobe was great. He's the closest thing to Michael Jordan you're probably ever going to get. Him and D Wade. But if you say LeBron's
really
better,
good. Completely different players.
Yep, completely different players. But he's still the GOAT. He always will be the GOAT.
It's so good. I watched the 2 episodes, and I was like, can we just put the rest of it on? Come on, this is a Netflix show. Like, you release it all at once. Stop being stupid.
Netflix has the rights after 3 months. Then you can binge the whole thing if you want.
It wasn't supposed to come out yet, but because everybody's locked in their house, they're like, oh, we can't play sports on ESPN. We need something.
1 million live viewers.
Yeah, ESPN paid up for that.
Yeah.
Well, you can watch the uncut version on ESPN 1 and the edited one on ESPN 2 if you don't want the curse words.
Yep.
Why would I do that? I want to hear German.
I
want to hear Jordan curse, man. It's great.
Like if you had your kid in there and you like wanted to see Jordan in all his glory, but you didn't want to see the.
They should know that Jordan wasn't.
The next episode's about.
Yeah.
Okay, the next 2 episodes are about Dennis Rodman. Okay, let's think about that one.
Yeah, you can. You can show your son the ESPN 2 version while he's young, and then when he hits about 7, Eric, you can show him the ESPN 1 version.
I still have
these ones weren't that bad. I'm worried the Dennis Rodman ones. I think are gonna get pretty bad.
I still have the tapes and DVDs of their titles from at my parents' house from back in the day cafe. I love Michael, and I will die on that hill that he is the GOAT forever.
And
Okay.
so the second episode, we didn't talk about FSA, so I'm going to give a little plug here at the end because I know that Brian listens. We start up the Dynasty drafts on Monday for the Alpha League. I am super nervous. The startup draft.
I wish I'd
Super
gotten in
excited
there.
at the same time. We are doing it Monday.
Oh boy.
Do it live.
Oh,
We'll do it
Yeah.
live.
a lot of people are saying let's start it now, but everybody's like, whoa, slow down. I'm not ready because nobody's really
wonder if-
ready. We're doing it.
I'll have to talk to
It's
Brian
8 hours.
and see if I can
It's
record
6 hours
that
a
and put
pick.
it on the.
It's 6 hours a pick. It's a long,
Okay,
slow
never
draft.
mind.
And
Never
it's
mind.
just
we'll be
for
able
the
to talk-
Alpha League.
We'll do a recap. Yeah, we'll recap it. That's
We'll be
good.
able to talk about it.
Cool.
We might do a special show just for our FSA stuff.
We really need to
yeah.
have Brian on one of these times.
We should.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
down. Let's do it.
All right. Go ahead, Josh. Send us out of here.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. I hope you enjoyed this twofer this week. You can find us at Empty Wagon FF on Twitter, Instagram, and the book. You can also find Eric at Gunsofeld19 on the Twitter. Brad will be at Tack Jones. Pop a balloon with his tack. And then I'm at FF Josh Hughes. Have fun. We'll see you later. I'm tired, and I got to go prep for my son's birthday. Later, haters.
Check us out on YouTube.
Bye.